email is real, but it's like,
Oh,
either
he's being honest, my bad. Yeah, he's either being honest or right.
Right. So if he's being honest with me, that means he's lying to the rest of the world. If he's lying to me, it's still,
just as bad.
He's a liar. Yeah. One way or the other, right?
Right.
One, but it goes on. There's a lot of stuff. I would say if you want to look into the final experiment, which I call Duffy's failure, check out Flat Earth Banjo. That guy's my friend. He's my Christian brother, Eddie Alencar. He's the guy that wrote that 16 Emergency Landings book.
Oh.
His channel's awesome. Look at Flat Earth Banjo, USA, Japan, and Brazil. That's the whole title.
Shout out Flat Earth Banjo. I've seen a couple of his videos here and there. I don't think I'm following him. I don't think I'm following him yet, though, so I got to go follow him. I didn't know that he was the one that wrote that book.
Like, if you want to see some good information, I would highly recommend Flat Earth Banjo. He was ahead of the curve. Like, before the final experiment stuff came out, they were hitting him up for information, about flight routes and different things. And it turned out
to kind of like craft their theory. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like they were hitting him up because he's a smart dude with a lot of knowledge and background in that field. So we're getting information, but it was like, for like kind of nefarious reasons. It just turned out to be like a production, like like Will Duffy told me in the email, a science fiction movie.
That's craziness. Listen, shout out Ezra in the chat. Shout out Magnotra in the chat. R.I.P. Casual Nerd and Terrence, and of course Omar. I see you guys down there. Hey, listen, bro. I definitely wanted to bring you up because I in my mind I was gonna have a longer conversation with Big Two. I didn't know he was gonna go right to the to saying the shit. You know what I mean? And so
I mean, it's just he's upset about my opinion of a video he did not make. I never accused him. I don't think McToon did anything. That's my opinion. I don't have evidence he did anything. And my opinion is I don't think he did anything.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have evidence, but my opinion is that there's some dark stuff over there. I don't have evidence though, so it's all alleged. All right, go ahead.
I'd love to talk with McToon, hold his feet to the fire about, final experiment, all this stuff, debate him, let him try, let him, or even little Max, because Max has been hitting me up to debate on Modern Day Debate for 2 years, but I don't think that
Modern Max Day sucks.
Debate wants Max to,
I don't think sucks.
Yeah, it's like this. Personally, I don't think Modern Day Debate wants me to debate him. But I mean, I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. But I don't think he's the best debater they have. And
bro, Max
sucks. I'm one of the best Flat Earth debaters. I mean, I don't want to be too much into myself, but like, I recognize you're like a Super Saiyan debater. Me too. I'm at that level. I mean, there's maybe some things that I could share with you that maybe you're not aware of yet. You know what I mean?
No. As far as the information, goes, I still consider myself to be a novice. I just have all the intangibles. I have all the intangibles. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got the will, like the will to just crush people. That's what I have going for me. But the information-wise, you guys are light years ahead of me.
Well, what I would share with you is the stuff that was in one of my books, Reinterpreting Celestial Phenomena. It shows how our personal perspective will warp the path of the lights above us, which is the reason we get stuff like the analemma, where the figure 8 and the sun is not making that. It's a perspective distortion. As the sun gets further away,
and then
it gets warped.
Exactly.
Right?
I know exactly what you're saying.
In the south.
I know exactly what you're saying.
The south is not a real other rotation. It's an optical illusion. It's a result.
I'll give you a perfect example. Right? I always use this example when you're driving through LA. You live in LA, I'm pretty sure you said. The palm trees, right?
I live on the border.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, everywhere.
So the palm trees, right? It's like if you map the path of the palm trees when you're driving to them and away from them, the palm tree goes like this, up and then back down. The palm tree is not moving anywhere. But if you're mapping the path of it, it'll go up and down based on your closeness and your distance from it.
Yes, and not just
Right.
that, but the streets. Like if you look at a map of my area, like Orange County, LA,
Uh-huh.
the streets are like almost all perfectly north, south, east, west. They planned these advanced civilization planned it that way hundreds, maybe 1,000 years ago, right? That's what we're living on top of. But you're right about the palm trees because the streets are so straight and flat, it goes for miles
Mhm.
and they disappear. A good example is what is it? Catella Avenue, where Disneyland is. That whole street is just a long street of palm trees, just like you said. And but that's what I would share with you. Like, if you wanted to come on my show, I could show you like some of the stuff I've been putting together. But dude,
No,
Ross,
no, no, no.
you're-
Definitely.
hey, man, hey,
If you invite me,
you know
bro,
you're a Super
I'm gonna
Saiyan
come.
level. Like, I'm gonna say you're like a Super Saiyan level debater. You know,
I
me
appreciate that.
too. There's something about you and I. Like on my own, I could cook every single person in your chat. You on your own, you could cook every single person in your chat. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like we're going to the next level. Like on modern day debate, I cleared out everybody in the bracket.
Right.
Now I'm going against the same people. You know what I mean?
Right.
I cleared out PhD Tony twice, T Jump twice, Peter Markley once. He's one of their heroes, like a mid-level hero. Or Dr. Blitz. Have you ever seen Dr. Blitz? That guy too. They try to bring up their mainstream narrative garbage that we already know, and it fails. But I think the next one for me is probably going to be like Professor Dave or something like that, because it's just I cleared out everybody in our bracket. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do know what you mean, and I'm in the same place, especially when it comes to like a lot of people I used to debate on TikTok as well. Shout out. Go ahead.
Well, I want to say you went against Andrew Wilson, right? You cooked him. I don't know if you saw my debate against Destiny. I debated Destiny in downtown Los Angeles live.
You debated Destiny live in LA?
Yeah,
that shit.
I hope
That
you
shit
don't mind.
sounds
I'm a
fun.
conservative. I'm a conservative. I hope you don't mind. I did vote for Trump.
No,
My thing is he's
I don't
a
judge
character.
anybody, bro.
He's not Trump. He's not like a normal person like you and me.
Right,
That's not what they're characters. Probably being played by like multiple people.
Yeah. Well,
Real
quick. Something that I wanted to mention when you brought up the Andrew Wilson thing. During that debate with Andrew Wilson, it helped me kind of discover what his and McToon's real method of operation is. When they're in a situation, when they're in a situation where it's a lose-lose, they're just going to say whatever they can to sabotage the whole thing. When I was debating Andrew Wilson, after a certain point when he realized he wasn't going to get through, he literally just started talking about unalive babies. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, he was just like, all right, I'm going here. Because the more I talk about this, the less views it'll get. People won't hear it, and then it won't exist. I'm like, after that, I started to realize that that's pretty much McToon's entire MO. I'm going to try to make you look stupid. If it gets to the point where I feel like I'm losing, I'll just say all the stuff that'll get the content shadow ban,
Is they try to introduce their data set. And then when it fails, they start to introduce some abstract theoretical, hypotheticals, abstract theoretical hypotheticals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all do that. Destiny tried to do that to me, but it didn't work. Andrew Wilson tried to do that. It doesn't work. But the weird thing about the Wilsons, I'll say this, right? Did you see the debate with Brian Shapiro versus Rachel Wilson?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't watch anything Rachel Wilson. I don't watch nothing Rachel Wilson. That bitch is evil.
But check it out, right? This goes to what you're saying, right? Now, I'm not a fan of Brian Shapiro. He talked trash about flat earthers, whatever, right? But you got to give credit when credit's due.
Right.
He asked Rachel Wilson, do you think women should vote? And her response basically was no, and other groups also should not vote.
Exactly. Right.
So I put on the post, one of the posts, I said like how it's cringe, how the Andrew and Rachel Wilson are cringe. They want to take people's rights away. And it's ironic that the people that they don't want to vote will have to vote in order to take their right to vote away. like they didn't think about it too clearly, and it's super cringe. But my point of that is, we've been against the same people. We've been against like higher level people, and for a Saiyan, the only way is up. You know what I mean?
100%.
For the Super Saiyan, the only way is up. You know what I mean? So
hell yeah, bro.
Gotta get it. We gotta get it. And do you want to do one more caller? Because I don't want to take up all your time. Maybe we could do one caller.
Yeah, Matt. You already know, bro. You can stay up here as long as you want, man. I'll bring up a caller. Let's see. Nomad, are you up here to troll us? Nomad?
Hello? Sorry, Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
All right. No, I'm not here to troll you guys. No, I just found your thing like scrolling.
No problem. You have something you want to add or a question or anything, or you're just listening for right now?
Actually, I was the guy who tipped you like $5 earlier because I saw the back of your phone.
Hold on, say that again.
I was the guy who tipped you $5 earlier because I saw the back of your phone is beep.
Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. You tipped me $5 on the super chat.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Casual Nerd, that's you.
Yeah.
All right, I like that name. I like that name, and I appreciate that. This is my second phone, but still, yeah, I'll take the $5. Thank you, bro.
I
go ahead.
Genuinely, because I don't know necessarily what all you guys believe, because there's massive disagreements, I imagine, in your own community or whatever about this.
Yeah, of course.
What your guys' I don't know. Anyone's free to give me some type of explanation for this. Explanation for the whole Southern Cross thing. So, like, if you're standing at, say, 3 points in Australia, one on the westernmost coast, one on the easternmost coast, and one on
you're talking about how they rotate in opposite directions, right?
No, not necessarily that, but the fact that like a Southern Cross in the Southern Hemisphere, all people would be looking at even if you're distant apart, you'd all be looking at the same point in the sky.
This is easy. What's your name? Nomad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Legitimately, I don't know what your guys' explanation.
Don't worry. Okay.
Address.
Okay.
And I can't debate that thing until I understand it. So.
Okay. So if it's like noontime in Africa, let's say, and it's sunset in South America and sunrise in Australia or something like that, or opposite. The point is this: the people would be looking at the Southern Cross at different angles. They would all be looking south. One person would be looking southwest. One person would be looking directly south, and one person would be looking southeast. I think I misspoke when I was talking about the sun, but it's the same thing with the sun. Like for one person, it'll be noontime. In one area of the earth, it'll be sunrise. And for one part of the earth, it'll be sunset. And then in one area, it'll be like midnight.
Where is the Southern Cross necessarily on like your guys'?
It's on the outer ring. Now, the proof of that is this. There's a constellation called Sigma Octantis.
Yeah.
Now, if the earth were a globe, the star Polaris, it should behave similar to the constellation Sigma Octantis. So Sigma Octantis will shift position throughout the year and eventually disappear and be invisible in the sky. Now, if Earth were a globe, Polaris should do the same thing that Sigma Octantis does, which is move across the sky and disappear. The people try to say it's weather. That's why it disappears. No, it's because it's on the outer ring and it moves. The stars above us move about 1 degree faster than the sun does every day. That's how we get the change of the zodiac. That's how the zodiac goes back to the beginning, because the stars change.
I can't remember the term for it, but it was a thing that you need like a telescope for it or whatever.
For what?
Like if again, you guys are gonna have a disagreement with me on like the scientific basis of this. I'll just get that out of the way.
Okay.
As Earth in the globe model, I feel whatever weird calling it that, but in the model that you guys disagree with, and the globe revolves around the sun in an elliptical pattern, right? And throughout the year, basically like a star that's far away can parallax. That's the term that I was looking for. It's
How does
basically
that-
like the
does
position
that
of like an
pertain?
object.
Well, I'll tell you this. Where are you on the Earth? Not specifically, but you're in America. Are you like East
Yeah.
Coast, West Coast? Have you ever
I'm in the Northeast.
have you ever located the star Polaris? The North Star.
I like the North Star. No personal.
Do you know why
I-
it's useful? Traditionally, why it's useful?
It would direct you north.
Yes. The reason is that's the center of what I call the celestial disk above us, which is the fixed stars. It's the center.
So is north
Everything
the
goes
very
around.
north center on your guys' map, and south is
Yeah.
just every direction that's
I
off.
want to tell you this. Actually, I wish I could show you, like, bring up stuff on the screen, but no, I won't do it. I'll do that later when I have to invite Ross to my show. But the truth is,
By the way, you can bring up stuff on the stream in Discord. They won't be able to see it on here, but if you do want to show them something on Discord, you can do that.
I'll save it for you, Ross. I'll do a good presentation. I'll put together. But no, man, if you can see Polaris every night of the year, right, and it's in the same spot every night of the year, that's proof that the Earth is not tilting and the Earth is not going around the sun. Because if the Earth was going around the sun, it would be like trying to see Polaris during the day. Do you understand that? Like if the solar system was real, and you go 6 months later, let's say winter solstice, when it's 24 hours of midnight in the north. They say that's when the Earth is tilted away, right? Axial tilt, right? That's what they say. But what happens on the theoretical solar system 6 months later during the summer solstice, when it would be necessary to look toward Polaris at noontime, direct noontime. Polaris would be invisible. Do you understand that, Nomad, what I'm saying? A lot of people have trouble with it.
So I understand what you're saying.
Tell me back, please. Tell me back. Tell me back what I'm saying, please. And I'm not getting weird with you. Just tell me back.
Just to clarify, are you saying that when like winter solstice, summer solstice in globe month, are you saying that the tilt specifically of the Earth toward a sun versus like, how can I explain this? If the Earth was directly up and down, let's say, like the access point was like not some degrees off of center and it was just like direct up and down. Are you saying that like the tilt would go for like 12 degrees in one direction towards the sun and then away from the sun?
Well, think of it like this. I want to actually make a model of this to show it. But if you can't picture what I'm saying, it's like you're not able to tell me back what I'm saying. Imagine the winter solstice, right? You'd be able to see Polaris in the sky, right?
Yeah.
Now, you think the Earth is going around the sun, right?
Yeah.
So 6 months later, how is Polaris still in the same spot in the sky? Like, do you think the whole sky turns to match how the Earth turns?
To my understanding, it's because Polaris is very far away. It's just a very
Okay, hold on, let me jump in. All right, bro. Listen, this is what he's saying. All right. If we're going around the sun, let's say we are a basketball and we're going around a bigger basketball. You follow me so far, right? A small basketball going around a big one. If I can see Polaris from where I'm at on one side of the basketball, when I go to the other side, I can't see it. Facts. If you can still see it, you see.
You're saying that the view would be obstructed.
Yes. You can't see it when you're on the other side. Yes.
Yeah. It wouldn't be blocked by the sun. It would be blocked by the blue daylight.
Everything, right? We blocked by everything.
Yeah. So do you understand that, Nomad? But do you understand that, Nomad? This is real.
No,
this is a real problem for the globe theory. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know. Directly that much into Polaris itself or whatever.
Well, but an even deeper point, right? Think about the fact that not just Polaris, but all of the stars have been used for celestial navigation for centuries. And yet we're supposed to be moving randomly, right? Space is supposed to be ever expanding. You see what I mean? There's like so many things in the sky. In its current scientific belief, it doesn't fit. It does not match up with what you guys are saying we see on the globe. So it's not just Polaris, but it's so many things. The idea that the sky is the clock and a perfect calendar in general.
Yes. To speak more about the axial tilt, for the globe, that's how they say seasons happen. So now the sun, its position goes from the Tropic of Cancer, this rotation over the Earth, its path, it expands from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn, and then it contracts again. But the stars above us do not tilt. Polaris stays in its spot. The northern stars stay in the north. The southern stars stay in the south.
Wait, did you say the sun tilts or the Earth tilts?
No, the sun moves. The path of the sun above the Earth. Okay, it's like this. The sun has a circular path above the Earth. It expands. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Right.
That's what you just said is a way to try to preserve the idea that the Earth is going around the sun, which is this differential between the stars and the sun. What I'm saying is the stars in the north never tilt into the south, and vice versa. The southern stars never go into the north. And Polaris keeps its spot in the sky every night of the year. And it is the sun that is moving above the Earth, like I said.
Big do you guys think the sun is?
What?
How like large do you guys think the sun is?
It's kind of a deflection, bro. It's kind of a deflection.
Yeah, no idea. There's no way to prove it. You can't get up there. They can't get through the firmament. You know? They can't. You just can't get up there. I would love to, and listen, dude, I would love to go up there, hang out on a spaceship, you know. Wouldn't anybody? Everybody would. Everybody would love to go up to a rocky lunar surface if it really was a rock.
By the way, and plenty of people have come in here and said, "Oh, I'm gonna pay for this guy to go in space to see." If you pay for me to go in space, I will accept. Swear to God.
Yeah, and I don't like flying, but I'll go.
I'll go, right. I will make an exception just for you.
Yes. I'll make an exception, sure.
The rocket ship in his backyard.
Oh, that guy, didn't that talk about the guy who passed away, unfortunately, by doing like a homemade thing?
Didn't I build a homemade rocket ship? I thought that was like
that's crazy
or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. But who knows? It could have just been fear-based mind control, like trauma-based mind control to tell people, don't be a flat earther, don't do anything on your own. Look at what happened to this guy. Let's make, and who knows if it was even a real guy or not. You know what I mean?
Gregory said,
people are kind of bigger than the
spectacle is.
Go ahead, Matt.
But that's just it. It's like, that's all it is. I would love to go to space, but it's not real. You know, it's an artificial, it's an abstract theoretical construct.
Yeah, Gregory said, I will go to space as long as Katy Perry is the pilot.
That was so fake. That was so
I would
fake.
do that, bro.
Anyway, man, just be open-minded. You're probably a glober, but just be open-minded to these things because you might have not have been aware that there are these contradictions with the globe theory. You know what I mean?
All right, well, legitimately, one more question. I'll shut up and I'll let someone else.
No, before you get this last question, right? I want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Like the video if you don't mind and subscribe. We are definitely winding down. You know, even though our stream got cut off a few times, we still been streaming for 5 hours. So we're gonna wind down after this. He's gonna ask the last question. Me and Matt are gonna respond, and then I'm gonna allow everybody who's in here that would like to share their final closing thoughts, and then we're gonna cut it because we will be back tomorrow. All right, go ahead.
What do you guys think causes stuff to fall? Is it the density thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me go first because I just saw a video on this. Shout out my brother Jesus Christ, the Living Son, on Instagram. I love this brother. I love this brother because he is technically an airbender. All right, this brother is an airbender. You think I'm bullshitting? Go watch his videos. He just made a video today where he was talking about how people think gravity is stuff falling. And he had all the props ready. He was like, listen, let me explain this to you. Gravity is not pulling things down. Things fall down because of heaviness, weight, density. He put out a cup of water. He put out a cup of water. He said, look, golf ball, it goes down. He's like, a ping pong ball, it floats. Is gravity not working on the ping pong ball? No. Why is the golf ball going down? Because it's heavier. That's the reason. Because it's heavier. Why is the ping pong ball not going down? Because it's not as heavy as the water. That simple. And then he was like, look, here's my phone. My phone falls. Look at this balloon. The balloon goes up. Why does the balloon go up? Gravity's not working on the balloon? Is the balloon an anti-gravity device? No. Okay? It's just not heavier than the oxygen. That's simple. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. So
Well,
what I do is
helium.
well,
It's not heavier than oxygen.
say that again, no, Matt.
If a balloon is filled with helium, it's not heavier than oxygen.
And why is that?
Helium is what, 4 atomic units or something of weight? In 16?
Is it really its
What's
weight,
that?
or is it the molecular density of the gases?
Well, I'm talking
It's
about
the
like,
molecular density of the gases. You know, that's why air and the gases stack above us. The bigger problem for gravity is this. There's two main things that gravity says. That it's greater the mass, the greater the force of attraction, right? That one,
Yeah.
that's not true. If you have a 100-pound stone and a 1-pound stone, they'll fall at the same rate.
That's due to air resistance.
It'll fall at the same rate. So the greater the mass, that doesn't work. And what was the other one? The greater the mass, the greater the force of attraction. And what was the other one? I had that other example in my head.
I don't know.
Attracting mass. Those are the two things we do not see. We do not see mass attracting mass anywhere. Not even in the sky do we see mass attracting mass. Nowhere on the earth. No, listen, hey, stop, no, Matt. You can't keep cutting me off. You can't keep asking questions when I'm answering, when you're actually getting cooked right here. Okay?
Okay.
Nowhere in the sky do we see mass attracting mass. Nowhere, or on the earth, same thing. Nowhere in the sky or on the earth do we see greater the mass, greater the force of attraction. Nowhere. How does gravity explain that?
That mass attracts mass.
And it's two false prepositions. The first being that mass attracts mass. The second is the greater the mass, the greater the force of attraction. How do you respond to that?
Just to give a quick example on the second one, like the second one is like if you have a mountain, that mountain, no matter how big it is, it does not attract other masses.
Yes.
That does not happen. Mountains don't attract masses. If you have a ball, you drop it next to a mountain, it's still going to fall down. It's not going to start going toward the mountain, is what he's saying.
So what's your response to that, Nomad? What is your real response? Don't just do a knee-jerk reaction. What's your response?
To the statement that we don't observe mass attracting other mass.
Yeah. We don't see it.
Well, in the example you provided, in the context of a mountain that's attached to the earth.
What?
So things go down. You agree there is an up and a down.
What?
You got cooked, Nomad. Hey, it's been great talking with you, Nomad, but just keep open-minded, okay? Don't disregard flat Earth. Be open-minded. Question what you have been told your whole life from trusted authorities that you thought probably had your best interest in mind, but they really didn't. So maybe what we were told was wrong, okay? Keep that possibility in your mind. And then moving forward, come back on the show, more questions, right? Have more discussions.
Listen, you guys are all welcome up here as long as you're not trolling. And as long as you're not McToon or MXD, whatever that fool's name is, you know what I mean? It's like, no offense to McToon, but like I said, I'm already furry adjacent. I don't like the idea that I did that debate with you. I like, when I watched it, I'm like, oh shit. People think that me and him is cool now. You know, so I'm gonna be honest, McToon, you wasn't really ever welcome up here like that. Like, that's why I was so happy that Matt, I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have McToon come up here. I'm gonna cook him on a few subjects. I'm gonna bring up the furry shit, and I'm gonna bring Matt on his ass. I swear to God, that's what I was gonna do. Anyway, he called me.
You know what? But yeah, Ross, I gotta think about what I want to do. I may sue him. I may not sue him. I may find mercy and spare him.
Right.
And then just play that video the rest of his life.
Because he can't get mad at you when he turned around and did it. Right. He can't get mad at you at all.
The rest of his life. Play that video of him saying those lies about me. It's not cool for anyone. If a flat earther did that to a glober, that wouldn't be cool, you know?
I agree.
If a Christian did
I agree totally.
Atheist, it wouldn't be cool, you know?
I agree 100%.
So,
yeah.
So I gotta think about what I want to do.
Yeah, and
it's
also
easy as hell.
yeah, and also more importantly, hey, whenever you want me on your show, bro, just let me know. You know what I mean? If I'm free, if you hit me with a date and a time, like, hey, bro, I need you this day, this time. If I'm free, I'm there 100%, bro. No matter what it is.
Yeah, we'll work it out, and I'll show you the stuff I was working on for my book. Like, I put together a lot of stuff to explain, kind of like in an easy way, what's happening with the lights, because it is kind of confusing what's going on with the lights. You know, so I broke it down easy, and I'll share that with you. Okay, so Ross, it's been great talking with you, man. You are a Super Saiyan. You are defeating these guys.
Likewise, man. Hey, you too, my brother. You too.
We're nonstop. We are going to the top. You know what I mean? We are going to the top of this.
Absolutely.
You on Joe Rogan, and then Ross, I will clap and cheer for you when you're on Joe Rogan, cooking him.
All right. I ain't gonna lie, bro. In my vision, I'm looking forward to the day that Joe Rogan feels like he has a call in over here. I don't know. I just feel like, you know what I mean? But if he invites me, just know that I'm going. All right. I am going if he invites me.
Okay, well, I guess that's it, Ross. Love you, man.
Yep.
Love the show. Congratulations.
Thank you, bro. We'll talk soon, Matt. Thank you so much, man.
All right, talk with you later. Bye.
Yes, sir. Shout out Matt. Everybody go check out Matt Hakeem. Matthew Hakeem on YouTube. Shout out him, man. Like I said, you know, even though he feels like we're both Super Saiyans, I'm just Super Saiyan because, like, I got the intangibles, you know, as it relates to the experience, the knowledge, and the understanding of, you know, all the things involved. Him and a lot of other people are light years ahead of me. I consider myself to be a student no matter what. So shout out Matt, man. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to get everybody's last thoughts. Last thoughts, questions, opinions, debates, whatever. I'm getting out of here, all right? Amber, are you up here?